Welcome to the 2020 Scholar Recognition Ceremony. To open our event, here is the DCMO BOCES District Superintendent, Perry Dewey.
We would like to thank all of our students and their mentors for understanding this year's situation with a Scholar Banquet. It's so nice that we'll still be able to continue this tradition even in this adverse condition. And I'd like to take some time to thank Martha Ryan and the Scholarship Committee for doing their part in making this happen. Unfortunately, with social distancing, it's preventing us from coming together as our normal year. And as much as it tugs at my heart, and I know all the administrators and teachers' hearts, we still needed to do something for our students and their parents and the teacher mentors that mean so much to them. So we're extremely pleased to be able to provide you with this opportunity, as small as it is, but maybe as large as it can be under these conditions. So without too much further ado, we want to continue with our program, but before that happens, we definitely want to dearly thank our sponsors who continue, even in these conditions, to want to support our students, our schools, our communities, and our teachers and our teaching staff. We also would like to thank a special thank for our school superintendents, our school boards, our teachers, and the other administrators and staff at each school district that have made the possibility of our students' careers in their own schools when they started in kindergarten or maybe even pre-K in some schools until this point, a successful journey. So thank everybody for, again, understanding our situation this year and being able to be strong and move forward. Hopefully we are all safe and can be back together next year in our normal setting.
Good evening, my name is Eric Schnabel. I'm the Superintendent of Schools at the Sherburne-Irville Central School District. For 17 years, the Scholar Recognition Program has honored and celebrated the achievements of top students and the mentors who influenced their success. The program began as an Otsego County Chamber of Commerce initiative. It has grown to be a program that enhances relationships between the business community, schools, and institutions of higher and continuing education. We recognize the outstanding scholastic achievement by a member of the graduating classes of the public, private, and parochial secondary schools in the DCMO and ONC BOCES supervisory areas. It also recognizes a mentor nominated by each student scholar for having a significant and beneficial influence on his or her education. Student representatives are chosen on the basis of scholarship as well as leadership and service to his or her school and community. At this time, it is my pleasure to introduce Chris Slonaker from the NBT Insurance Agency.
Hello, I'm Chris Slonaker with NBT Insurance Agency. It's my pleasure to be here with you at our 17th Annual Scholar Recognition Award Ceremony. NBT Insurance is proud to be our primary sponsor for this year's event, and we're proud to say that we have been the primary sponsor for all 17 years that the event has been in operation. This year has been one for the history books. 2020 has been a year with many challenges. We have all become accustomed to sheltering in place, social distancing, remote working and remote learning, flattening the curve, PPE, and a new normal. This has impacted all of us. Many of us have had loved ones become ill or pass on, and even those of us who have not been stricken ill have felt the impacts personally and professionally. We've all felt the emotions, as this has certainly led to a disruption of our daily lives, routines, and forced many of our usual activities to be canceled. We did not want that to happen with this event. The work and efforts put in by you are too essential to go unrecognized. We are here with you, and we do appreciate all it is that you have accomplished. These sentiments were felt by all members of the committee. However, how would we have an event that normally hosts 500 plus people? Adaptation. People have no shortage of inventive, interesting ways to interact and connect during this pandemic. People are creative, and my hat's off to the committee and the BOCES support staff as these challenges forced us to move quickly. We needed to pivot, adapt, and put together what you're reviewing now, all in a very short time frame. I'm proud to say that despite the different format and all the issues businesses are currently facing during these times, we have received continued support from every one of our sponsors. Thank you. That speaks volumes. We all value this relationship and are glad to be able to continue our support for this event in any format that it takes. It is a true testament to what the event stands for, the collaboration between our business leaders and educational leaders to make our communities a better place to live and work. Our event was created in 2003 as a result of Daniel Swift of the Daily Star and the Otsego County Chamber of Commerce working to bridge the gap between the business community and the education community. We've celebrated the success of our exceptional students and the educators or mentors who have inspired them along the way. As a member of the business community, I can express my gratitude and appreciation for the efforts on both sides. And hopefully this aids to illuminate our thriving local economy and local businesses. Upstate New York is a great place to search out a career and make a life. You need only look to our sponsors to see what opportunities lie ahead right here. I know at MBT we are constantly looking to find new talent. As a business headquartered in Norwich, New York, we have many employees that were schooled through many of the districts represented here, and even some previous alumni of this event employed as well. I hope you will keep us in mind as your future career dreams start to take shape. We offer great programs for summer internships and a management development program, so please keep us on your list. I feel very fortunate to represent a company like NBT that gives back to our community and invests in the future of this area. We are a community agency and a community bank. This is one event of thousands that our organization supports, and it will remain an important one. Thank you to all our sponsors that continue their support year after year. It is appreciated more than you know. This event would not happen without your generosity. Congratulations to all the educators. Your dedication, compassion, and skills are greatly appreciated. The results of your efforts are present here with you and your students and combined achievements. Please continue your work in teaching the necessary traits and skill sets for our future leaders to thrive in the workplace. Lastly, congratulations to all the student scholars and their families. Job well done. The next phase of your life may have you staying close to home or traveling to distant colleges. Wherever life's journey may take you, I hope you look upon it with optimism. We wish you the best of luck in all your future endeavors. Know that we are here for you, should you ever want to come back home. Thank you, and congratulations. I'll now turn things over to Eric, our MC. Take it away, Eric.
Thank you, Chris. On behalf of the Scholar Committee, we thank you for your commitment to this program. Now moving on, it is hard to say goodbye to a member of our planning committee and school leader. Nick Saban retires this year from his role as the ONC BOCES District Superintendent, and today he would like to share some words of inspiration. Please join me in welcoming Nick Saban. Take it away, Nick.
When each of us look back over the course of our lifetime, we remember certain milestones. They call attention to and define our unique journey through life. These special occasions can be individual achievements, specific goals we set for ourselves. We feel pride and a sense of accomplishment having found a way to achieve them. I am certain that each of you have many such memories, and I am confident you will have many more throughout your life. Some events are shared. Team events, triumphs earned with others, likely hold a special place in your heart, especially because they were collective efforts. In the case of this evening's recognition, your scholarly achievement is being honored, and it is rightfully shared with your parents and a teacher you have selected. They have played an important role in supporting you along the way, this never-ending journey of learning. Learning is more than reciting facts, a complex experience. It often includes careful and deep thought, reflection and debate, often with parents and your teachers, and sometimes with siblings and friends. This event is very special, as it celebrates your achievements and recognizes those who have assisted. An aspect of this evening also recognizes the support of the business community. This very event is possible through their generosity. Many people being involved in education illustrates the African proverb, It takes a village to raise a child. A new era is unfolding before our eyes. It has been steadily approaching, but has recently revealed itself in a big way. It is the interconnectivity of the world in which we live. This pandemic, in a resounding manner, quickly engulfed the world. It exemplifies just how much our world has become a village. All nations are equally at risk. People around the world must learn from and support each other. Nations are working together to combat that which cannot be seen. This interconnected world is the world that each of you will inherit. Working with and for one another has taken on a new significance. The torch is being passed to a new generation. I wish your generation success in making the most of bringing the world together. Any large structure or undertaking requires a strong and sound foundation. It should deliberately be designed and constructed. I also believe this is true of a life well lived. It is the means by which you succeed in navigating the world, hopefully making it better. It will bring you and others around you a satisfaction that you have added to the collective efforts of many, with an emphasis on the value to leave the world a better place than which you found it. In my address this evening, I wish to suggest 2 ways of approaching your life, your future, that in my opinion would not only bring happiness and fulfillment to you, but will also add substantial meaning to your life. It will also be especially gratifying to your family and friends as they witness, support, and become a fundamental part of your life's journey. I have a story to highlight the first proposal and a poem for the second. I hope they will provide context to my suggestions. Stories and poems have a way of heightening your memory, providing an interesting lens from which to see ourselves and the world. Before the age of print, stories provided the means for teaching and instilling values from one generation to the other. They still do. First, I would like to suggest that you allow your uniqueness and your special gifts to shine. Nourish them. Not only to build your own strong and personal foundation, but hopefully in a way that provides sunshine for others. By doing so, you will spread joy and in turn, experience it yourself. Cracked Pots, author unknown. We are all cracked pots. Not to be confused with crackpots, that is a different story. A water bearer in India had 2 large pots. One hung on each end of a pole which she carried across the back of her neck. One of the pots had a crack in it, while the other pot was perfect and always delivered a full portion of water at the end of a long walk from the stream to the water bearer's home. The cracked pot arrived only half full. For 2 full years, this went on daily, with the bearer delivering only 1.5 pots of water to her home. The perfect pot was proud of its accomplishments, perfect to the end for which it was made. But the poor cracked pot was ashamed of its own imperfection and miserable that it was able to accomplish only half of what it had been made to do. After 2 years of what it perceived as a bitter failure, it spoke to the water bearer one day by the stream. "I am ashamed of myself and I want to apologize to you." "Why?" asked the bearer. "What are you ashamed of?" "For these past 2 years, I have been able to deliver only half my load because this crack in my side causes water to leak out all the way back to your home. Because of my flaws, all of the work that you do, you only get half the value from your efforts," the pot said. The water bearer felt sorry for the old cracked pot, and in her compassion she said, "As we return home, I want you to notice the beautiful flowers along the path." Indeed, as they went up the hill, the old cracked pot took notice of the sun warming the beautiful flowers on the side of the path, and this cheered it some. But at the end of the trail, the cracked pot still felt bad because it had leaked out half its load, and so again it apologized to the bearer for its failure. The bearer said to the pot, "Did you notice there were flowers only on your side of the path and not on the other pot's side? That's because I have always known about your flaw, your unique gift, and I took advantage of it. I planted flower seeds along your side of the path, and every day while we walk back from the stream, you've watered them. For 2 years, I have been able to pick these beautiful flowers to decorate my home. Without you being just the way you are, I would not have this beauty to grace my home. Each of you have your own unique gifts, and as the story illustrates, your unique flaws. We are all human, we are all cracked pots. The challenge is to maximize your unique gifts and your own special cracks. Find and nourish your unique gifts and talents so you may share them with others, bringing joy to their lives and to yours. Find a way to support the cracks and flaws in others and their unique gifts, and all benefit. In my second proposal, illustrated by a poem, I would like each of you to consider the contribution you make to improve the world in which we live. You are young, but it is precisely the time to consider how you wish to be remembered. The Dash by Linda Ellis. I read of a man who stood to speak at the funeral of a friend. He referred to the dates on the tombstone from the beginning to the end. He noted first came the date of birth and spoke of the following date with tears. But he said what mattered most of all was the dash between those years. For the dash represents all the time they spent alive on earth. And now only those who love them know what that little dash is worth. For it matters not how much we own, the cars, the house, the cash. What matters is how we live and love and how we spend our dash. So think about this long and hard. There are things you'd like to change, for you never know how much time is left that still can be rearranged. To be less quick to anger and show appreciation more, and love the people in our lives like we've never loved before. If we treat each other with respect and more often wear a smile, remembering that this special dash might only last a little while. So when your eulogy is being read with your life actions to rehash, would you be proud of the things they say about how you lived your dash? How will you spend your dash? I hope building a strong personal foundation, nourishing your special gifts, and finding a way to make the best of your human cracks. Doing it all for our family and friends provides special meaning to your life, making the world a better place along the way. A tall order to be sure, but one worth pursuing. Congratulations on a well-deserved honor.
Traditionally, this is a moment where students and mentors, side by side, would receive their award plaques. Tonight we will showcase their photos and invite you to cheer and celebrate with them at home or wherever you are. Enjoy the program.
Congratulations to the Scholar Recognition Partnership 2020 scholars and honored teachers. From Afton Central School, student Zachary Gardapi and teacher Brandon McNaught. From Andes Central School, student Brittany Davila and teacher Robin White. From Bainbridge Guilford Central School, student Nathaniel E. Henry and teacher Darren Terpstra. From Charlotte Valley Central School, student Cassie Pierce and teacher Danielle Dorsey. From Cherry Valley Springfield Central School, student Matthew Mosenson and teacher Marilyn Clapper. From Cooperstown Central School, student Nora Jensen and teacher Glenn Noto. From the Shenango campus of DCMO BOCES, student Sophia DeBraccio and teacher Sandra Sheldon. From the Herald campus of DCMO BOCES, student Carly Jane Bauer and teacher Barbara A. Fletcher Blake. From Delaware Academy Central School, student Kaylee Verspor and teacher Benjamin Moyse. From Downsville Central School, student Jaden Coleo and teacher Christine Baldoff. From Edmiston Central School, student Aria Mitchell and teacher Liz Vetter. From Franklin Central School, student Madeline Ackley and teacher Jane Bolton. From Gilbertsville Mount Upton Central School, student Ethan Newman and teacher Lynn Talbot. From Gilboa Conesville Central School, student Alexa Dumas and teacher Michelle Fleischman. From Green Central School, student Valerie Straquidandio and teacher Jessica Schindler. From Hancock Central School, student Kelsey Young and teacher Douglas Turner. From Hunter Tannersville Central School, student Elisa Pan and teacher Gina Pelletier. From Jefferson Central School, student Jessica Fagan and teacher Stephanie Hillis. From Lawrence Central School, student Jordan Weir and teacher Brian Rokeline. From Margaretsville Central School, student Kevin Charles Johnson and teacher Shane Mayer. From Milford Central School, student Ethan Freer and teacher Eamon Hinchy. From Morris Central School, student Monica Dugan and teacher Julian Waffle. From Norwich City Schools, student Michael Squires and teacher Allison Locke. From the Grand Gorge campus of ONC BOCES, student Keely Van Valkenburg and teacher Jake Doyle. From the Milford campus of ONC BOCES, student Isabel Horan and teacher Andrea Albin. From Oneonta City School, student Alexander Bitterman and teacher Jennifer Sitz. From Otselic Valley Central School, student Cassie Agron and teacher Jenny Osowski. From Oxford Academy High School, student Jaden Munson and teacher Jen Scaturo. From Richfield Springs Central School, student Isabella Hudziak and teacher Jamie North. From Roxbury Central School, student Zoe Matisse and teacher Rinda Matisse. From Skenevis Central School, student Hugh Gallagher and teacher Christine Golan. From Sherburne Earlville Central School, student Lane Sultan and teacher Scott Bugby. From Sydney Central School, student Kiana Bacon and teacher Joseph Waltz. From South Courtright Central School, student Cody Matisse and teacher Gary Licalzi. From Stamford Central School, student Claire Kletchka and teacher Elaine Jaycox. From Unadilla Valley Central School, student Claire Converse and teacher Danette George. From Unatigo Central School, student Helen Higgins and teacher Paul Willis. From Valley Heights Christian Academy, student Brian Andrew Brooks and teacher Robert Bowker. From Walton Central School, student Isaac Vesterfelt and teacher Clarence Lapar. From Wyndham Ashland Jewett Central School, student Kimberly Gonzalez and teacher Michael Porter. And from Worcester Central School, student James Odell and teacher Thomas Moon.
Congratulations to all our students. This concludes the 2020 Scholar Recognition Ceremony.